Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Khan, TDK, Mr. So Real, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the new blueprints, new weapons, and all that stuff that's being sold. My recommendation for this week is going to be the Tactical ACR weapon blueprint. If you don't have one, you may want to pick one up. I guess the second place runner-up, but it might even be first depending on where you stand, would be the Black Market RPK-74E. This isn't the black market version, but it is an RPK-74, and this was my baby back in the day with brutal, deadly. If you saw the Got Tools video, you know what I'm talking about. But this one does not have the out of cover damage. So if you're looking for an LMG with out of cover damage, then the RPK, I'm pretty sure, will not do you wrong, and the Tactical ACR with some of that armor shred, which I think is one of the best new perks, things going on in the game in terms of getting that damage out there on PvE content. I think the ACR is a very, very, very good assault rifle for the PvE category, and I believe it's new. So without further ado, let's get on in here and see what new blueprints, what new weapons, what new attachments, what new mods, what is going on in the Dark Zone and in the base of operations for the Division this week. Alright, now for the special equipment vendor on the second floor. Let's see what he's got.
Manhattan's best selection.
Manhattan's best selection. The historian ain't it, brother. The historian is definitely not the best selection. Okay, anyway. Alright, so the historian has 170% headshot damage, which actually is pretty damn good for 204. So if you're still in the market for the historian, you still haven't picked it up, you still have 674 Phoenix credits burning a hole in your pocket, I still don't recommend you buy this. Pass. Alright, so the enhanced PP19 is being sold. This is the 204 variant. Why this is not the 229, I have no idea. But anyway, it has 38% critical hit damage, which seems pretty good. But the talents, Ferocious. Ferocious is a good perk, but if it's not in the third slot, man, who's got 2064 across the board? I don't know nobody. Skilled. To get skilled to work, you gotta have 2580. If you want to get all of these things to proc, you gotta have some serious stats. And if you have those kinds of stats, you're probably not rocking a 204 weapon. I'm sorry. Next, double barrel sawed off. Destructive, not too bad. Adept, nah, I can't really, but the stagger is nice and the damage is pretty good, but still 674 Phoenix credits for that. Alright, so the officer's M9A1, this is a 182. Usually the 182s have some pretty good stuff, but not this week. So you've got competent, Tactical Mass 182, Tactical Mass 182, Predator's Mark. If you still haven't gotten any Predator's Mark, you want to try it out. The 191 is being sold for 209 Phoenix credits, and it has skill power, which is pretty good for a mask. The roll on a 191 seems pretty high for 3,951. So if you need that, you might want to check it out. Hunter's Faith backpack, nah. The Gunslinger's vest, kind of skipped over that. It's got Reckless. Reckless used to be the thing. Don't see too many people rocking that. Protection against elites, damage, exotic damage, resilience. 2 mod slots. They've all got 2 mod slots now, but still 40% ammo capacity. Nah, you could probably find something better. Operator's holster. Oh, just looking at this off the bat, this is a no. The only thing it's got is pulse critical hit damage, which with sturdy, staying in cover, nah, can't really recommend this. The only thing I'd recommend probably from here would be maybe the PP9. No, I don't recommend any of this. This is all garbage. I'm sorry. This is horrible. Let's go down into the basement and see what they got down there. I hope it's better than this, because this is straight garbage. I'm done. No. Hey, now we are in the special equipment vendor in the terminal. The historian again with less headshot damage, 169, 1% less. So if you want the historian and you want that high damage, you better go upstairs and get it. It's 170. Still the same damn gun. The perks are all the same, so you might as well get it upstairs. I can't remember right offhand what the Phoenix credits were, but yeah, anyway, it's still the historian, so yeah, whatever. Classic M1A. This has 160% headshot damage, swift, restored, and proficient. Now, the SOCOM MK20 SSR 204 gear score, 155 headshot damage. This headshot damage is plummeting. It's just going down, ain't it? Commanding, restored, again restored, and vicious. Now, the 182 M870 Express shotgun with 218.5% stagger. It's got trained. It's got restored. What is with restored today? And commanding. No. Definite solid no. The Hunter's Faith Mask 191. It's got skill power. You may want to re-roll that attribute from electronics to maybe toughness or firearms, but if you need Hunter's Faith, there you go. Tactical pads 204 pass. Tactical pads 182 definite pass. And the holster with pistol damage, garbage. A 182 with skill haste, steadfast. Steadfast is nice. Steadfast is really nice on a holster, but it's a 182. So unless you're really kind of just starting out, I wouldn't recommend this. Predator's Mark gloves 191 with assault rifle damage, health on kill, damage to elites. I'm not mad at these gloves. This is actually not too bad. I'm a big fan of health on kill. I believe in staying alive more than anything else. So if you're in the market for Predator's Mark gloves and you don't mind 191s and you are rocking an assault rifle, this may not be too bad for you. Plus you get some first aid, self heals. These are the kind of gloves that you'd want if you had a kind of vampire build or you were trying to stay alive. So I'm really not mad at these gloves. They're not bad, but are they the best? Nah, they're not. But hey, you know, they're trying.
When you're ready to buy, I'll be here.
Well, when I'm ready to buy, you better have something good. Okay, so let's move on to this guy down here, the special blueprints vendor. Best deals in the city, so he says. All right, so here we go. This is where they're hiding the blueprints. All of the old 214s, like the Sentry's Call, Hunter's Faith, Tactician Authority, Hunter's Faith, Sentry's Call, all of these old stuffs are being sold at 214. The Alpha Bridge Holster 214 is here. Strikers, knee pads, Strikers Mask, Lone Star, which everybody can't seem to get enough of, right? Is here. Alpha Bridge knee pads, Predator's Mark gloves. All of this stuff, the 214s are down here, plus the weapon kits are also here as well. The old weapons, the 182 weapons like the Tenebrae, the Liberator, and a couple 204s, and a firearms backpack 204 is down here. A couple other little things. Actually, this may have slipped under some people's radar. I don't know what the other YouTubers are doing, but this rugged mini reflex sight has accuracy, and it's a power level 32. Got to keep an eye out on that. There's power level 32 attachments down here. The gear mod, this is a power level 32 as well. This, if you don't have the Darkzone credits, this might not be too bad. This is a firearms gear mod. This is a firearms gear mod 31. And yeah, the rest of this is the lower level stuff. But you know, if you're looking for some 32 power level 32 mods and maybe an attachment, that's not too bad. If you have the Phoenix credits to go through them, then hey, you might want to pick that up. Alright, so that's what's being sold in the base. I can't really say that I need any of this stuff, but if you need some of these 214 blueprints, then here you go. This is where you can go and pick them up. Now let's rock on out to the Dark Zone and see what they have there. In DZ2, let's look at what they have. So we have the Spec Ops Mask 204, rank 90 being sold, a rank 90 204 vest. And let's skip down to what people are really interested in is the new top end 229 rank 90 operators pack. So this is a 229. It has technical, increased skill power by 14% while signature skill is active, and skill haste. Don't really recommend it, so let's move on down. Blueprints. The blueprints are still a 204 gear score. So we have the firearms glove blueprint, the electronics vest blueprint, and the firearms holster, along with the stamina glove blueprint. So it looks like these blueprints are aimed more for the player who is a little bit seasoned, but not quite in that 230 plus bracket. I think they're trying to give these blueprints some time so that people can kind of catch up and they don't get to the end game, the super end game, so quickly via blueprints. So let's move on to DZ3 and take a look at what they have there for the weapons this week. In DZ3 for the weapons, skipping past the classic AK and the other lower end weapons, the 204 Hunting M44 is purchasable. Talents don't really look that great, don't recommend it. The military M870 has Vicious and Brutal, plus it has 237% stagger. With capable, not a high recommendation, but if you need a shotgun, it might not be too bad. Police MK17, I really wish they would do something with this archetype of sniper rifle. This is a 229 variant, so keep that in mind if you're trying to get that gear score up. 147 headshot damage. It has dominant, competent, and unforgiving. I can't forgive this weapon for sucking so much, so I would definitely give this a pass. The Valkyria is still being sold at rank 90. The new blueprint weapons are the BLACKMARKET RPK-74. This is a light machine gun. If you're in the market for a light machine gun and you don't mind a 204, this may not be too bad for you. Heard these things kick ass and they hit pretty well. Next, the Tactical ACR 204. Finally, an AR is back. Another AR is back, and it's not the LVOAC. I really like the Tactical ACR. It's not a bad AR, but this and the BLACKMARKET RPK are both 204 weapons, so keep that in mind. You do not get the benefit of the 229, which is kind of sad. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people were hoping to see blueprints that were 229, but I guess they really want to push these blueprints to the people who I guess aren't really ready to go into that higher level bracket, and the people who are ready to go into that bracket can probably get some of the stuff they're looking for there or in the incursions. I have no idea, but yeah, it's kind of sad that the 229s aren't being sold, but it is what it is. So let's move on to DZ4 and see what they got. Alright, in DZ4, looking at the mods, we have the prototype electronics mod being sold, the advanced electronics mod being sold. Skip past that purple. In terms of the blueprints, we have the electronic gear mod blueprint. This is a power level 32. We have the performance gear mod blueprint. This is also a power level 32 item. These items are pretty good if you're looking for some electronics to put into your mod slots. Performance mod, not so sure about. Couldn't really say that that's a good deal, especially for that amount of Darkzone credit. But these are the two blueprints that are being sold, and that is it. So let's move on to DZ5 and see what they have up there. In DZ5, the very, very exclusive and ultra rare, this is actually the first time that I've ever seen an MK5 15 times scope being sold. I've never seen a blueprint for a sniper scope. If you have a sniper and you don't have a decent scope, That is 15 times. I highly recommend you pick one up. This one has 21% headshot damage and 21% optimal range. Optimal range, I wish it was something better, like maybe critical hit damage or critical hit chance. But hey, it's still 21% headshot damage, and if you don't have a good scope, then this may be right up your alley. And this is probably only going to be for this week. So if you need one, definitely pick one up. We have a micro red dot sight with 22% headshot damage, 7.5% critical hit chance. Again, this is a pretty nice scope for the money. I would recommend it if you don't have one for your SMG or your AR. This could be really good. 22% plus the critical hit chance, not bad. Getting on to the blueprints, we have the vertical grip wolf gray blueprint. This is a grip. It's going to give you initial bullet stability. Meh. Extended magazine blueprint. Of course, magazine size is great, so if you don't have one of these blueprints, highly recommend that you go and pick this up. This is something that you would want to have on most of your weapons, especially your ARs and your SMGs, and even your LMGs. Shotguns, maybe not, but yeah, definitely your ARs, SMGs, LMGs. This is something to have. So, moving on to DZ6, let's go see what they have up there. In DZ6, the Alpha Bridge Mask 191 is being sold. The Alpha Bridge Chest 191 also sold. Knee pads of the Nomad, Final Measure knee pads, Final Measure holster, gloves of the Nomad. All of these items are being sold. Now, if you'd like to see the blueprints, we have the knee pads of the Nomad 214 blueprints, Final Measure gloves 214, Alpha Bridge Mask 214, holster of the Nomad 214, Alpha Bridge Chest 214, and Final Measure knee pads 214. So all of these blueprints are rank 50 and are being sold. If you need any Final Measure to help bump your Tactician and you're still trying to level it up, if you want to try out that Alpha Bridge and you still don't have that stuff, can't find it, then if you don't mind getting a 214 and you don't mind dropping some DZ coin, then this is a good place to go and get it. So that is pretty much it for what is being sold this week in the DZ. It's really kind of sad that we're not seeing any of the 229s, or I really didn't expect to see the 268s, but at least the 229 weapons. I really would have liked to see those, but I guess we can have our fingers crossed and hope for them to show up next week. Alright, that is it. I am Khan, TDK Mr. So Real. Thank you guys so much for all the support as usual, and until the next video, I am out.